Right, so as it's my birthday today, I've had a new supply of beer. So this one tonight is called Proper Job. There is a reason for this actually. It's Cornish, so let's give the Cornish language a bit of a go, shall we? Lowenaville, hello. Fatal Eloy Keel, how are you doing? Dalor Marastaway, good enough, thank you. So, I want you to be more than good enough. We're doing a self-healing to invoke the Christ light into each chakra center. I haven't got a lot of time, so the Christ light is not religious in any context at all. It's a consciousness, it's a light of healing. And it comes from certain elements in this particular meditation, and it comes from the Buddhic plane. Now, to show this one, to give you an idea, here's a chart of the auric field and chakras that I put together. You can see up here is the Buddhic plane. So that's your Buddhic body, but it's in relation to the actual plane. So that's where the light of healing is coming from. So I intend to do a proper job with this, basically. Yeah, potentially. I did it in a group. It took probably 70% of my back pain away. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, isn't it, really? So we have this light. Now there's going to be 8 elements to this light, as shown on this particular chart. So it's not very, you can't see that very well, but I'll run through them. So the crown is the light of Christ consciousness. So meditation will bring it down from the Buddhic plane to the soul, which is on the causal, into the crown, the light of Christ consciousness. The brow, the light of divine mind. The throat, the light of divine expression. Heart, the light of love and compassion. Solar plexus, the light of spiritual motivation. Sacral, the light of joy and creativity. Base, the light of purpose. We have the earth centre beneath the feet, the light of the Christ in manifestation. So there, some of the elements we're working with. I'm also going to use the symbol. Now, you don't need to have this symbol. I'm going to construct this very simple layout here. So you only have to listen to the meditation, really. And this is a symbol of the healing miracle, which is a secondary symbol in actual fact. And in the centre of that symbol actually came in meditation at the end of 2007. There's a lot of meanings to that symbol energetically. Now that I'm going to place in the middle of the symbol to generate the energies. And that is a Tao crystal named by Jane and Tao many years ago. Configuration is 737373. So a 7-sided face, a triangle, 7, a triangle, 7, a triangle. Awful lot to that. And that manifests the highest light of healing, or you could say the Christ light of healing. That I'm going to put into the centre of the symbol, which I have done. So we have all our elements present, and we'll get into this self-healing meditation. Attune to the space and the quiet stillness. Just identify now the symbol and crystal, the Tao crystal I've just presented to you. And your heart opens and you connect rapidly to your soul above the head. The golden line of light. Fully realize your soul before you take a further approach into the Buddhic plane to seek the Christ light. Cast up to the Buddhic plane to seek the Christ light. Now allow the Christ light in its essence to penetrate the mind and establish contact with it. you pause, allowing yourself to feel this light from the heart. Now bring this light down the Buddhic plane into your soul. Allow it to blend. We're now going to bring its specific qualities into each chakra center. This has an effect of expelling negative particles resident and also establishing the particular attribute of the Christ light and consciousness into each chakra center. This you need to imagine with creativity and intention. The first center is the crown. So from the Christ light that is now pulled into your soul center, bring the Christ light in its purest essence into your crown. Fully establish the resonance of this light with the vibration of the crown chakra. And there is a correspondence in the crown center with all the other centers. Your other centers and chakras are now prepared to receive the aspects of the Christ light, which relates to each center, and the first is the brow. So from the crown, bring the light of divine mind into your brow center, and all fractions of the mind become whole. Bring your focus back to the Christ light in the crown. Bring through into the throat center the light of divine expression. It circulates the chambers of the throat, releasing any blocks, allowing you to send forth silently the sacred sound of the Om. Again, focus into the crown. Christ light appears even brighter as you bring through from it into the heart center the light of love and compassion. You may perceive a color, a symbol, or even a rose. As the rose opens its petals to the sun, your heart center opens its petals to the Christ light of love and compassion. Focus back now into the soul center and bring through into the crown the Christ light to re-establish the energy flow. You now need to bring through into the solar plexus the light of spiritual motivation. This relates to the higher aspect of will and purpose. You make sure you keep a connection to the heart center whilst assimilating this light into the solar plexus. The light of spiritual motivation. You identify back into the crown center, bring through into the sacral center the Christ light of joy and creativity. Blends into the sacral experience. Feeling it creates there, and all limitations and restrictions are released by this light. Once more you enter back into the crown, the light of Christ consciousness. Bring through rapidly into the base center the light of purpose. You feel a resonance with all your centres as the Christ light moves then down into the earth centre, as you assimilate the light of the Christ in manifestation. Now briefly bring magnetic resonance with your soul centre, expanding the light into your auric field. Now sit as one with the Christ light of consciousness as it heals through all your levels of being. You can at this point, if you have a particular problem, direct this energy to the place of any discomfort and invoke it for a specific area of the body. You can also seek at this point illumination and guidance as you bathe in the Christ light of consciousness and healing. Finish this in your own time by once more grounding the light of Christ in manifestation into the earth centre.